Hey, everybody. It's Allie, and welcome to our Y&R chat for Sunday, January 11th, 2026. Oh no. Is Nick gonna get hooked on hospital drugs? He's got a broken leg and he's seeing hand trails. They gave him the good stuff, apparently. Okay, can we all just silently agree that it was absolutely ridiculous that the Newmans let Nick chauffeur a psychopath alone in his car at night? That was such a big fail after such a big win, too. Matt was getting ready to murder Sienna. And in fact, they had this actually great conversation in the hotel room. It was like marriage counseling, but under duress. And I have to say, I kind of wish that I had seen a scene like this with them before, way earlier in the story, because I suddenly felt like I understood their relationship a lot better. I suddenly felt like there was love and commitment there at one point. Real love, actually. And real issues. And real betrayal, too. But it didn't last long. Matt dragged Sienna out of the hotel and into some parking lot. And he was trying to stuff her into a car. But the one thing that he didn't count on, Victor has drones now. Drones! You guys, this is a real significant upgrade to the security team. In fact, I think that the drones may as well just replace the security team altogether. Who needs them? Who needs Victor's goons when we've got drones now? Droney number 10467 was following Matt the whole time. So all the security had to do was like pull up in their cars and pull their guns out, and then they had Nick and Sharon right beside them, and Sienna was rescued and Matt was captured. And guess where they decided to take Matt? That's right, to the ranch. Naturally, dragged him right into the middle of Nikki's living room without her permission. Ew! Victor punched Matt right in the gut. So he got to be the big man in the big leather jacket that day. And then for some reason, the Newmans decided that instead of handing Matt over to the cops, what we're going to do is put his wrists in zip ties, throw him into the back of Nick's car, and then drive him somewhere? Where? I'm afraid to ask. What was the plan exactly? Was it like one of those things where you're like when you're trying to get rid of a cat and you have to drive the cat really far away because they always remember their way back. I've never done that. But when I was growing up, I had a friend whose dad did. Like, they had a cat that they just wanted to get rid of. It wouldn't stop coming around. And so he drove it away. He drove it and dumped it somewhere, and it came back. So then he had to drive it somewhere further away. Yes, it's cruel. But I'm wondering if that was the plan with Matt. Because surely, Nick was not planning on killing him. Was that the alternative? Nick was going to kill Matt? Why not just turn him over to the cops? I don't get it. Well, it was all very entertaining because Nick and Matt had this really spunky car ride. The whole time Matt was like doing his best to try to work his paws free. And as soon as he did, he like choked Nick, and then Nick crashed the car, and then Matt got away. Apparently, the Newmans also had that Track My Family app that Tessa and Mariah also have. And I was really ragging on that app last week, but it came in handy this week because Nick was like discombobulated, and he called Victor from his phone saying he didn't even know where he was. So I'm assuming Victor had to use that app to find him and have him taken to the hospital, where Nick just kind of hung out in the bed with his foot hanging out. That one bare foot for a whole episode. I couldn't keep my eye off of it. One bare foot and a broken leg. That was the title of that episode. Jeez. Didn't Nick just get stabbed over the summer? And now this. This is going to be a bad year for their insurance premiums. Well, Matt was like chilling out in an alleyway somewhere, recovering from all of this, and suddenly a pair of legs showed up standing above him. And now I don't know about you guys, but I totally assumed it was Victor, because Victor knew what had happened. Nick had called him. And then Victor was not in the episodes for like 2 episodes in a row. And I just naturally assumed that Victor was taking care of Matt. Is that what you guys thought? But then, surprise, Kyle shows up and reveals that he has his own people. No, he probably has his own drone. Kyle had his own drone the whole time, and he was just following the Newmans, all of them, the entire time. So Kyle drags Matt into the middle of the Abbott living room. Diane had to have been dying. That couch is Italian velvet. Do not even think about bringing some sweaty criminal anywhere near my Italian velvet couch. But, by the way, Matt, or Mitch, whatever you're calling yourself these days, what do you think of the Abbott Mansion remodel? So now Jack finally has a proper bargaining chip. Jack and Kyle dragged Matt back out to the ranch for the second time, sat him right down in that red plaid chair, gave Nikki the opportunity to actually see the horror that was going on this time. And Jack said, okay, Victor, I'll give you Matt Clark, but you got to give me the AI. We can destroy it together. holding hands. That's what I want to see. Nikki was begging Victor to take that deal. I was begging him too. Let's just end this. And yeah, I think Victor is going to agree. I think he's going to agree to the deal. Right as Cane and Phyllis burst through the door with a twist of their own. Okay, previews. Color me interested. I'll bite. So in those previews, Jack is reporting back to Diane that the whole Matt Clark thing wasn't even the craziest part of the evening. And then in the separate scene, Phyllis is telling Victor that Newman Enterprises is theirs and there's nothing he can do about it. Oh my gosh, did Phyllis and Cane just take over Newman Enterprises? That can't be. That's gotta be a teaser, right? It's too quick. That can't just happen. Was she bluffing? Was she bluffing? Victor was in the train car, so he must be there. He must, I mean, whatever they pulled off, it was enough to get him out of his chair and out of the ranch and over to the train car set. So it must be big. He left the ranch. So this week, Cane revealed that he had a back door into the AI program the whole time. Really? He says that he, I don't know, had like a button installed where if you push that button, the AI turns on its owner. Wow. That is quite a dramatic feature to have installed on your own program. But okay. I, for one, am relieved about it because I will be happy if Phyllis and Cane do anything other than just talk. I mean, I feel like at this point, Phyllis has just fully replaced Lily in the let's have the same conversation every single time we see each other category. It's like, blah, 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 Aristotle is hot, blah, 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 you are not, blah, 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 let's work together, blah, 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 revenge. It needs to lead somewhere, and maybe this is going to be it. Cane is going to need something to do now that Lily is gone, and the kids have officially disowned him. Oh, if they were going to disown him when he was filthy rich, they are so going to disown him now that he is only moderately rich. I can see absolutely no signs that Cane is suffering from poverty. He still has enough money to order the steak at the athletic club. He really was digging into that steak too. I appreciated that. I appreciate any time they're willing to really eat the food. But I don't know, maybe he is suffering the financial issues because he only could afford a single rose to give to Lily. Not a bouquet, the single rose. Which makes it so much sadder when she rejected it. You can keep your rose. Keep the rose. Oh, my heart. I should have known that Lily was going to run from her feelings. Because New Year's Eve was really so great. It was such a breakthrough. And Lily did admit to him this week that she has feelings for him. That the old feelings are there. It's just that she doesn't believe that he's a new man. And so she's just running from the whole thing. She has gone off to see her baby while Crystal Khalil has her baby. And I don't know, maybe that's not a bad thing, you know, but I mean, I don't know. If I feel like if Lily did not like and appreciate and love and want the Cane who was groveling at her feet on the day she left town, she is really not going to like the Cane that she gets when she gets back home. Michael really enjoyed shoving that Roman coin right in Adam's face this week. He was like, "See this coin? Dad gave it to me." That's right. He's our dad now. I know exactly who's on the front and back of this coin, and I can say it without looking. Oh my. I really enjoyed Adam versus Michael, the battling brothers. They have a great dynamic. The only problem is, and it's teeny tiny, Michael is not Victor's son. Michael was never Victor's son. Michael has always been Victor's trusted friend. And now Michael's talking about protecting the family. I swear the words "the family" came out of his mouth this week. When did Michael become the family? I don't know. Michael has become just like Nikki. Whatever Victor does, they're just gonna accept it. Oh, they're gonna blow a little bit of smoke. They're gonna throw up some resistance. They're gonna say some words. But ultimately, Victor knows that he can just buy them right off. Nikki got a priceless necklace. Michael got a priceless coin. No more questions asked. If they want to stop him, they're going to have to go around him. They're going to have to team up and try to get the AI without Victor knowing. They're going to have to try to save Victor without him knowing that they betrayed him, because that's exactly how he would see it. And then they're going to have to take the whole thing and pin it on Cane, which is actually a really great idea and probably is what's going to happen. I mean, I'm kind of wondering if Phyllis and Cane are going to just think that they've succeeded in taking over Newman Enterprises, but really Nikki and Michael will have protected Victor once again. Tessa and Sienna are old buds, living that road life together, doing gigs and rolling wires and Tanner Watts. Talk about a blast from the past. That was all like a million years ago. Okay, maybe 5, but still a million in soap years. Soap years are like dog years. 5 years is like 1 million. Ooh, juicy though. I'm telling you, when Sienna flung open that door at Sharon's house, and the look on Tessa's face was like, what? I thought, oh, ho, 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 here we go, ho, ho, ho. Either Tessa has got something on Sienna, or Sienna has got something on Tessa. This is gonna be awesome. But then they talked. And it was just like two old gal pals catching up over old times. And it was nice, don't get me wrong. But I did feel a little disappointed because I expected it to mean something, you know? I thought, oh, this is a twist. And it didn't pan out that way. But maybe it still will, because I thought to myself, okay, well, wait a minute. If Sienna dumps Noah or Noah dumps Sienna and Tessa dumps Daniel and Mariah, then maybe Tessa and Sienna will hook up. Now there would be a twist. Finally, we got a flashback to the whole homicide at the shadow room thing. That whole thing. So Holden totally dumped that body into an unmarked grave? What does that even mean exactly? Unmarked grave. Where do you get one of those? Do I want to know? I have so many questions. An unmarked grave. Do you have to dig it? Did he have to dig it too? Because just based on the follow-up black and white scene, it did not look like he had been grave digging. But I imagine that all of those muscles that he has would have made easy work of it. Audra was all hot. Holden seemed fine. It's all those muscles. Those pecs are dreamy. I think about Holden's pecs a lot. Audra put her hands on those pecs this week just to say thank you. And thank you. Ugh. And of course, Claire walked in on that happy little moment. Totally interrupted it for me, as a matter of fact. And it was basically, Claire walked in right after Holden and Audra agreed to play nice. And so what did Audra do? She played real nice. Too nice, maybe. Told Claire that, oh, you know, we better learn how to coexist. Oh, please. It was so obvious, and Claire did not believe it for a second. If anything, I think it made Claire more suspicious of Audra. And then by the end of the scene, Claire was kissing Holden. I think the main reason Claire is kissing up on Holden is because now she definitely knows that he and Audra are hiding something. And Claire knows just how to get it out of him. Elegant nibbles. That's right, I said it. Elegant nibbles. But I'm not the only one who said it this week. Who on earth said that on your screen on The Young and the Restless this week? If you want to find out, go to yrchat.com. That is a heck of a little nugget of a line. It's an elegant nibble. Oh, before I get to comments, I want to say a happy birthday to Tony. Happy birthday to you, Tony, on the 15th. I hope that you have a wonderful birthday and a wonderful 2026. Let's hear from Naomi. about Matt Clark. Naomi says, I enjoyed that the writers had Matt commenting on Noah was a nice kid, but kind of like his dad in the smarts department. We chatters like to say that Nick is a good-looking lug. That's putting it nicely. He mentions that Nick isn't a killer, but he apparently doesn't know about Victoria's husband that got clocked and died. Why in the world didn't Nick put a gag in Matt's mouth and shove him in the trunk? Yes, Naomi, I loved, like, the writing for Matt has been really fun. The fact that it's almost like it was like he was making a fan comment, you know, because we do love saying, like, he's adorable and we love him, but he's not the brightest bulb in the box, shall we say. And Matt just zeroed right in on that. And yes, right. Why was he just allowed to continue talking? You're right. Tavi says, so who is Sharon's favorite, do you think? You, your brother Adam, or me? Oh my goodness, it was so funny. Luckily, I feel like we're far enough away from the original Matt Clark, because it was so, like, I mean, he raped Sharon, you know, I mean, like, she never chose him, I don't think. I think he raped her. So, like, but luckily we're far enough away to where we can kind of enjoy the villainry that Roger Howarth is giving us in the Matt Clark character without having, you know, to be too attached to the villainry that he's done since he's come back has been light in the scheme of things. I mean, gee, we have Matt Clark and Ian Ward on the show at the same time. It's almost like, I remember last year at this time saying, we need a good villain, or maybe it was 2 years ago, and boy, YNR has given us villain after villain. Diana says, I'm sorry to be critical, but it must be pointed out. Nick driving Matt Clark in the back seat of his car is so absurd, ridiculously dumb, and unrealistic. Why on earth would Nick be driving him alone? Why is Nick even driving at all when apparently there is an entire security team? This makes zero sense. Also, why is Matt Clark not in handcuffs? What is with the zip ties? This is where YNR fails with storylines. They have good realistic storylines with minor flaws here and there, good acting and dialogue. Where it falls apart is when they can't come up with an imaginative way for the villains to escape. You know, I never thought about that, but it's fun. Yeah, why the zip ties specifically? Ridiculous. Oh, but Steven says, if Matt hadn't fought back and caused that wreck, Nick would have reached that secluded spot intent to commit premeditated murder. Because the Abbott security team was tailing him the entire time, Nick was driving into a two-person cell with nothing the Newmans could have done to change the Abbott witness report. Ooh, Stephen, that is an excellent point. I mean, do you guys think I guess it's on the assumption that Nick was going to kill Matt? I mean, is that what everybody thinks was going to happen? Was he going to take him out to the middle of nowhere and kill him? I don't know. That doesn't seem very Nick-like. But you're right. If that was the plan, then the fact that the car crashed saved Nick from that, especially knowing that Kyle was having him followed. So the Abbotts would have had an even better piece of blackmail if they had witnessed Nick killing Matt Clark. Ooh, or attempting to kill. That would have been even better. Here's my favorite comment of the week, and it comes from Gary. Gary says, Victor puts his hatred of Jack above the safety of his family for the world to see. A lot of us were left on the doorstep of an orphanage on Christmas Eve. No need to make a career out of it. I'm sorry. That comment comes like 3 weeks late from Christmas, the Christmas episode when he was talking about the orphanage, but I don't care. That just blows everything else away. A lot of us were left on a doorstep on an orphanage on Christmas Eve. You're not special, Victor. That little bit of humor, your perspective, Gary, is the reason I love you. One of the many reasons I love you. That really made me laugh. Oh, Russell says Nikki was hiding around the corner listening to the whole proposal to trade Matt. She only popped out when Victor didn't agree to it. She should have popped out the second they set him down in her living room chair. Am I the only one that is like, ew? I do not want to meet the villain in the middle of my living room while I'm trying to live here. Maybe it's just me. Sharon W. says, I'm really enjoying the extra screen time with Adam lately. And the screen time being with many different characters. Adam's scenes with Michael were great today. They've dealt with each other calmly and pleasantly. However, Adam advised Michael to not go against Victor or he would crush him. This further foreshadows trouble between Adam and Chelsea since Adam seems as close to Victor now as Nick has ever been. Yeah. It's been really nice seeing Adam in some different stories lately. We had him kind of butting into the Sharon Noah thing last week. And then, he's having these scenes with Michael where he's foreshadowing. Victor's the one that always says, I will crush you. And then Adam's saying it. And he's having these interactions with Michael. I don't know. Do you really think Chelsea is going to leave him over all of this? It's certainly possible, especially since Billy and Sally had their whole sexy time this week, but and they seem to be with their mouths saying that everything's okay, but there's this ominous feeling between them, like something's going to break at any moment. And maybe you're right. Maybe Sally and Billy will break. Maybe Chelsea and Adam will break. Maybe Adam will somehow gravitate back to Sally or vice versa. And maybe, who knows? Maybe Sally and Adam could be the next Nikki and Victor or Nick and Sharon. I don't know. Hey, but let's talk about Michael. Connie says, please stop trying to convince me that Michael looks to Victor like a father. I feel like it's diminishing Michael to make Victor look stronger, and it's annoying. As we say in the South, Michael is as loyal as an old hound dog. I don't question his integrity or legal expertise, and I certainly don't need to see any test that paints Michael as an obedient child or just the hired help. I see Michael as a man with a brilliant mind, a devoted family man, and a highly competent legal conciliaire to anyone he represents. He is definitely Victor's equal partner and devoted friend, not his Tom Hagen to Don Corleone. I feel that way about Michael too. Victoria concurs, saying Michael has also become Victor's conscience. Because he admires many of Victor's qualities, Michael wants to hold back Victor's worst impulses. This puts Michael in a precarious position. He wants to work for Victor, to be his friend, but not to do anything he doesn't believe in. Nikki, or NGVN, I guess, I don't know if maybe that meant to be TGVN, the great and powerful Victor Newman, doesn't want to be reined in. To get out of this position, Michael will have to choose between being Victor's friend and his employee. In order to remain his friend, Michael will have to perform some fancy footwork because Victor, as he says, isn't having any of it. That's a really good way of putting it, Victoria, that Michael's choice here really is between being an employee and being a friend. And I think he's trying to foot the line of being both, but at a certain point he is going to have to choose. I'm surprised Lauren is supporting all of this. How about this from Sue W., who says, my take on Michael is different. Through the years, I've always seen Michael as Victor's lackey. A brilliant attorney, to be sure, or Victor wouldn't rely on him, but still a yes man. For twofold reasons. One, money and protection. Michael figured early on what side his financial bread was buttered on, and that most of all, TGVN's power was best kept working for him, not against him. 2, connection. Father figure, colleague client, and or friend compadre, color the relationship whatever. Michael nonetheless forged ties with Victor and the Newmans that have become an integral part of who he is now. As Michael has aged and solidified his life in all categories, he is less reliant on money that Victor can still throw his way. But Michael's complicated ties to Victor run deep and are forever a part of him. And heck, if even more money gets thrown into one's already padded way, well, duh. And ultimately, like all good citizens of GC, no matter how much they protest and pose to the contrary, Michael still deep down harbors that teeny tiny bit of fear of TGVN's bad side. So doubly. I mean, all of these comments on Michael, I have to say, are a reason why in our chat is a step above the conversation that you're going to get anywhere else on the internet. That is so freaking smart. That is so, rounded. These are all individually good comments, but the fact that this conversation is so deep is just astonishing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Connie and Victoria and Sue W., all who contributed there. I think that was all really smart. If you want to weigh in on that, I'm going to put a poll question on the website for this week. I want to ask you, has Michael become too loyal to Victor? YRchat.com is where that poll question is. And then if you want to weigh in on that conversation around Michael and his feelings for Victor and just kind of give your perspective, YRchat.com this week is the place to do it. And again, thank you for bringing that caliber of conversation to INR Chat. Okay, let's talk Cane. Tavi says, Cane having the secret back door to his program is good. He was pretty much playing with his food the whole time. Oh, I like that. He was playing with his food the whole time. Naomi says, I'm disappointed that the previews for next week show Phyllis in that same sleeveless, low-cut black dress. Cane manages to not give the cleavage a glance, so he deserves an Emmy. Come on, Phyllis. That heavy-duty push-up bra must become uncomfortable at some point. And then the best part about the cleavage was there was a point where Michelle Stafford Phyllis touched it. She made a point by pressing in on her chest at exactly the cleavage spot. There is nothing like emphasizing a point in that way. Does cleavage ever go out of style? Oh my. Sue W. Says, I had a hot minute to roll with the wardrobe revamps since Nice. But overall, thumbs up. Sally has left behind the silly in-your-face yesterday's grunge. Audra has settled into hot girl vibe. Claire has sexed up confidence. And Nikki is finally vibrant and uber rich. But Sharon... oh, MG. So dulled down, i.e. her cutout, dated, cold shoulder, one shoulder top. Ugh, so bad. And lastly, viewers have so dwelled on Crystal Khalil's hidden pregnancy, a non-issue to me. Who cares if her character carries tote bags? But is anyone noticing Audra's voluminous wardrobe as of late? That's interesting, because I did notice that big, chunky, funky sweater Audra had on. We might have talked about that last week. Ooh, is there any chance something's going on trying to hide a little something there with the actress who plays Audra? I have no idea. Not trying to start a rumor or anything. I never thought of it that way. But, you are right, Sue W. I loved Sally's orange silky robe thing that she had on post sex with Billy. Like with her hair, it was just like she looked like fire there. Claire's hair was very 90s. Claire's hair on Friday looked like Sharon's hair in the 1998 flashback episode. Claire looks great. Yeah, Nikki. I mean, it's like every time I look at Nikki now, I'm happy, because there have been periods where her wardrobe has just been off and weird, and she looks so good right now. And Sharon, yeah, you're right. I mean, just in general, Sharon, it's like the show is not servicing her right now in any form. Not when it comes to stories, not when it comes to wardrobe. How much torture can one woman take. And then, I was actually thinking about Sharon Case this week and thinking like, man, it would be really hard to continually play a part where you're tortured. It's been 1 full year of Sharon torture. In fact, more. She was dumped into the sewer at New Year's Eve last week, and that was after the whole Cameron Kirsten thing. That was after the whole Heather, thinking she murdered Heather thing. It's been like 2 years now of nothing but constant struggle for Sharon, and it's just hard to watch. I don't know when YNR is going to flip that, when they're going to turn it around, when they're going to try something different for her. It would be really nice if we could get some joy in Sharon's life in 2026. Naomi says, Sharon says, if she could just go 48 hours without somebody being hurt or kidnapped. Me too, Sharon. Me too. Well said. Naomi also says, Noah needs to remind his mother that he's a grown man and can run his own life. Actually, when I originally read that, I thought you said he's a grown man and can ruin his own life. I like that version too. Gary says, girl crazy. I like the way Noah becomes transfixed every time he sees one of his old girlfriends. Right? And maybe it's us that's becoming transfixed, but you have to admit, it's like Noah's with Sienna, and he's very insistent that he's with Sienna, but then he was definitely checking out Audra, and then when Tessa showed up at the door, he was definitely checking out Tessa, so it's yeah. Sherrod says, I don't understand why YNR only seems to give Kate Fairbanks screen time and interesting storylines when they separate Tessa and Mariah. The current connection the writers made to Tessa could have been great if played out with Taraya being together. I think maybe what you're meaning, Sherrod, I think, is like, a triangle, like the current connection being Sienna. Is that what you mean? Like if Sienna had come into the picture like, hey, I know you, Tessa, out of the blue, and Tessa and Mariah were together, then we immediately would have known, oh, there's a triangle here. This makes sense. But yeah, I mean, they would have to undo all of the work that they've done to build Tessa and Daniel, and I doubt that YNR is going to do that right now. Though, speaking of Tessa, I asked you guys last week for our fill in the blank question. The character who needs to go is... Okay, so I put this question out on the website and social media, and let me tell you, I received comments. Everyone under the sun needs to go. Everyone on the cast needs to go. So everyone got comments, but a few didn't. And I thought, okay, well, I could read all of these people that need to go. And honestly, I would say probably Sienna got flayed the worst. Most people, and she's the newest, so that's not surprising. But I would say probably Sienna was the most popular needs to go, followed by Noah. But they're the newest. But I thought maybe it would be interesting if instead of reading you the whole list of people who need to go, I would just tell you the people who got no votes. And it's interesting. A lot of people said Mariah needs to go. I didn't see not one comment of anybody saying Tessa needs to go. Not one comment of anybody saying Daniel needs to go. Not one person said Jack, Diane, or Kyle. That's interesting. The Abbotts are in their own little bubble there. And likewise, not one person said Victoria, Nick, or Adam. So those are the characters that seem safe and that the audience is happy with right now. Very interesting. We also have 2026 predictions that I got a lot of. I'm just going to kind of go through quickly. Maybe I tried to grab one from everybody for our predictions for what will happen on YNR in 2026. Are you ready for this? Let's start with Tony since it's her birthday week. Not just birthday day, birthday week. Tony is predicting in 2026 that summer returns to Genoa City. I really hope that's the case, and I think you're probably right. I predicted the return of Tara Reid that everyone has been asking for, but Y&R has refused to deliver until now. That's Harrison's birth mom. It could be interesting to have a Summer, Kyle, Tara triangle with maybe like some icky, sticky Harrison conflict there. Sharon W. predicts Alan and Tracy will get married. Ooh, wouldn't that be nice if it turned out that Alan wasn't dead? He was dead, right? Yeah, he's the one that supposedly fell off the balcony. Happiness for Tracy in 2026. Sam predicts Nikki has an affair with Jack. I love that and kind of wish it was true. Michelle predicts Ashley and Victor will get back together, sending Nikki spiraling toward booze. Ooh, that's another like throwback good idea. Steven thinks Nikki will seek solace in an old flame, one who's always available to comfort her. Jack Daniels. Marianne V predicts that Noah and Sienna won't last. Tavi predicts Noah and Audra will hook up when and if Sienna gets killed by Matt Clark. You know, just pausing. It is interesting that Sienna was saying something like, well, somebody should put a bullet in him. Does kind of make you think that he's not gone, it's not over, and maybe Sienna is still in danger. Sherrod predicts that Tessa will hook up with Daniel, get back with Mariah, and then find out she's pregnant. Why didn't that even occur to me? That's probably exactly what's gonna happen. Connie predicts Claire or Tessa will give possible unexpected pregnancies. Daniel's father to Tessa's baby. Claire isn't sure of the paternity. Will it be Kyle or Holden? It's been so long since we've had any pregnancies. That would be kind of good. Erica predicts Lily and Cane reunion will bring Charlie and Maddie back to Genoa City. Ooh, that would be good for summer. Robin predicts Audra will die and Claire and Holden will be arrested. Ooh, I could see Audra faking her own death just for that purpose. Tina Cole predicts Billy will fall off the wagon and Sally will turn to Adam and they will fall back in love. Speaking of love, Lynn predicts that Nate and Victoria will get married by the end of the year 2026. Wow. And Paris predicts that Nate will finally find out that Damien was never his brother. Oh my goodness, you guys are so smart and so creative, and I just want you to know that I never take that for granted. Also, now that the holidays are done, I'm actually starting to hear from people who have finished the Fauna and the Flora book or audiobook, and I'm actually getting to experience all of your thoughtful comments about the work that I've created, and that is so exciting for me. And I just wanted to read you a review that I got this week titled Your Next Obsession. If you are a fan of daytime dramas and or romantasy books, this is a must-read for you. The author narrates the audiobook with unique voices for each character and makes it feel like an authentic soap opera with clever commercials and an original song that includes fun references to well-known soaps. The action and genuineness of each character makes for a fun, engaging read/listen. Enjoy your visit to Genoa City. Thank you so much. That review was left anonymously, but I'm pretty sure I know who it was. And thank you. That was like so well written, and it really made my day. I mean, this whole thing just means so much to me. You know, I didn't create the Fauna and the Flora because I wanted to be an author. That was not, it's like, that's not ever been a dream of mine. I really, truly created FNF because I had a story to tell. And to hear from you guys that you enjoyed my story, or even just like pulling apart the layers and noticing this or that. Like, that is my reward. That is the goal that I was working toward. And in some ways, I feel like now that people are actually finishing the book, I'm actually getting to enjoy that part, enjoy like the fruits of the labor. So if anyone else out there has finished the book, please, please, please consider leaving a review. You just don't even know how much that boosts me. You don't know how much that helps me. And I would really love to read a few more out loud. Your words really, really can make a difference. An honest review of whatever you thought. Amazon and Audible take a while to publish the reviews, but that is how most people discover books these days. So if you could take a few moments to leave a review, I would really love to be able to read it out loud on the next Y&R chat and give you a shout out if your name is attached to it. And if not, I'll just read it anonymously. But overall, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for reading the Fauna and the Flora, for listening to the audiobook, and just for being a part of this incredible experience with me. Okay, everybody, that's a Y&R chat. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you go to yrchat.com and keep leaving me your incredible, thoughtful comments. That really is the thing that makes Y&R chat special, that the comments are real and thoughtful and I mean incredibly intelligent. I'm so lucky that you guys have found me, and I hope that you continue to find me. I love you guys. I will see you next Sunday, and I hope everyone has a great week. Okay. Bye.